Williamston Theater began as the Williamston Theater Project in spring of 2004, when the four Michigan-based theater professionals John Leopard, Tony Caselli, Christine Purchase, and Emily Sutton-Smith chose to create a non-profit professional live theater. Community volunteers rallied and spent hundreds of hours building, painting, and remodeling what we recognize now as the 88-seat Black Box Williamston stage and theater facilities, making dreams into reality. The theater's first full production, Additional Particulars, opened in 2006 and was very successful.
Since then, Williamston Theater has been recognized as one of the 12 up-and-coming theaters across the country. Now over to Bethany, who's at the one and only legendary Williamston Theater.
Thanks, Rebecca. Here I am in Williamston, Michigan, at the Williamston Theater. Discover the charm. Let's step inside. Here we are, Williamston Theater. Oh, John! What are you doing here? John is one of the founders of Williamston Theater. What's up?
Nothing. I work here, so I'm gonna get back to...
Oh, well, I'm here from WKGB LTGBA. So could we get you an interview?
No, I'm kind of engaged right now.
It's silly.
You're not supposed to be in the back of the...
Can we give you an interview, John?
Sure.
Great. Send you off to Katelyn.
Welcome, John. Thanks, Bethany. We're here for an interview from WWHI-LMNOP. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
So we'd like to ask you a few questions about Williamston and how you started it.
Okay.
So first, when did you start Williamston Theater?
We started in 2004.
With a team of 4 people, correct?
That's right.
And why were you thinking of starting Williamston?
Well, we all needed jobs, and so we decided we should start a theater, and that way we would have some work, and we liked Williamston.
Williamston, discover the charm. So, what do you stand by?
Oh, you mean our mission statement?
Absolutely.
We were trying to make theater for people in this part of the country that will appeal to them and engage them.
And engage them.
I like that word.
I do too. So what's it making people feel?
Well, our artistic director, Tony Caselli, likes to say, we like to produce theater that makes people want to go home and hug their family.
I like that.
Whether it's because they saw something that was scary or happy.
All right. What is it going to make your audiences do after they're seeing a show, other than hugging their families?
Hopefully donate money to the theater.
How do you get all your volunteers, employees, donors? Is there any type of social media you're using, or what other outlets?
We do. We use Facebook and Twitter, and we use YouTube videos. Actually, right now, we're doing a series of monologues on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Written by people in Michigan and performed by actors in our company.
Very cool. And where can people find that on YouTube?
They can find it on Williamston Theater's YouTube channel.
Do you have any current programs that you put on through your theater? Maybe educational opportunities?
We do. We have an improv class that we teach once in a while for our high school students. We have done other programs with high school students, but right now we are working mostly on our main stage shows.
Okay, so educational outreach isn't your focus at the moment.
It's not our main thrust right now.
Okay. How do you go about your hiring your staff?
Our staff, well, we have one apprentice year-round, and we go about hiring that person by putting it on our webpage and having people apply, and then we pick an apprentice.
Okay.
And for actors, we have a general audition every year in May, and we watch those and decide who we want to cast in the season.
How much would you credit the success of Williamston Theater to volunteers?
We have a lot of volunteers, probably about 300.
300?
Yes, in different capacities. They help us a lot. Little things like mailings to striking the set after shows are over. They come in and do that sort of thing. But mostly our volunteers are important to us by getting the word out. Telling other people about it, bringing other people in, so that more and more people in the Lansing area and this greater part of Michigan come to the theater. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
Getting more people to see shows.
What rituals have you implemented for staff and volunteers?
Rituals. We play a lot of tape ball. Tape ball. Well, tape ball is I guess you would call it a game or a sport. With a ball, it's a sport. It's a wadded up piece of paper with some tape around it. And you circle your people in a circle, obviously, and you throw the ball up in the air and you bat it back and forth and you count how many times you can hit the ball without it hitting the ground. The record here is, I think, 1,242.
Can we beat that WWIJ-LMNOP? I think we can. The ritual. Now, back to the hard stuff. Do you have a logo
We
at
do.
Williamston?
Yes.
Tell me about your logo. All right.
We had the idea of a box within a box. It sort of symbolizes the thrust stage, the box, and the W, of course, is Williamston, and it's a little, it's a little off. It's sort of just a quick paintbrushy kind of thing.
You guys have a tagline here?
And I guess it was think theater, think Williamston.
Tell us about your competitors.
Our competitors may be more like Netflix or, Amazon TV, Hulu, that sort of thing. Because people can stay in their house, not leave, and not invest themselves in a live theater performance. We try to encourage people to go to all the theaters in the area because it gets them away from the TV.
Great, so collaboration, I like that a lot. Can you tell us about some of your corporate partners going off of that?
Sure. Cardinal Fabricating, right here in town, has helped us very much. They not only donate money, but sometimes props and things that we need to do as far as if we have something metal, like the poles in the theater itself, they donated those. ASAP Printing is one of our corporate sponsors. They donated all of our paper goods, most of our paper goods. Who else do we have? A lot of the restaurants in the area partner with us, giving deals to people who want to come and see a show and then go to eat at the restaurant. And we have several other corporations who sporadically give money depending on how they're feeling that particular year.
Great. Can you talk about your ties with MSU?
Oh, sure. Well, we don't consider them a corporate partner. We just consider them a partner in crime.
Great.
But what we do with them, we use a lot of the students at Michigan State University, and it's a great partnership. We use their faculty for a lot of our design, and sometimes they're on our stage, sometimes they direct at our space. And so it's a really good resource for us to have right down the road.
Right, so a big part of Michigan State would be their Department of Theater, you'd
Yes.
say. Do you ever have any interest in doing more programs with them?
Sure.
Yeah? Would that be something you're
Yeah,
interested
but
in?
of course, we would love to have more students do their own productions here in our company on dark nights. I love that idea. I like it when the students get involved and try to incorporate us into what they're doing.
Very cool. And are you putting on full shows throughout the summer, or is that when you would focus more on educational outreach?
No, we put on shows all year round. We do 6 plays a year. One of them is our summer show, and that is usually one of our best-selling shows. So we run about 6 weeks, usually, most summers.
How do you measure your outcomes?
We obviously look at ticket sales. We have a pretty good database of regular patrons, and on that database we have what they donate personally, if they are a season ticket holder, and if they bring people to the theater. That is one of the ways we measure outcomes. We have a program called Share the Love, where when we get a season ticket holder, we allow them 2 extra tickets on top of it to bring someone who has not been to the theater into the theater.
Wonderful.
Sharing the love.
Incentive, that's my next question. Do you provide any other incentives for volunteers, viewers, Other than, you mentioned like your corporate partners with restaurants where they get to go have a meal when they see a show. Any other incentives you guys offer other than Share the Love?
Well, we have, I don't know if it's an incentive, but we have a pay what you can night. The first preview is you come in and see the show, you pay whatever you can. It's not a set ticket price. We also have a Blue Star Saturday matinee. It's the Saturday after we open, and it is a pay what you can for anyone in the military, retired or currently serving.
Wonderful.
And their families.
Tell me about the brand of Williamston.
We are trying to make the theater and the town into a destination location. And our brand is, it's all about coming to this area from somewhere else. We're trying to make our town into, I guess, what you would call the Saugatuck of mid-Michigan. So since we've been here and branded ourselves basically as a small, intimate, professional theater, which differentiates us from many theaters in the area, because of the intimacy of the town and the intimacy of the theater, I guess that is how we're branding ourselves. A place to come, hang out with your friends, have a meal, and enjoy a show with very few people around you. Does that make sense? Is
Absolutely.
that a brand?
So I think what you're saying is you're trying to bring people closer. Right, John?
Yes.
Well, John, we really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us today, and I hope you really know what you're getting into, because while you think that you've just been answering an interview for our viewers there at WWLOL-PDQ, you've really just been set on the new TV show, Rebrand! 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 Oh, Rebrand! You're rebranded! Rebranded! We are rebranding Williamston! Rebrand! But first, I need to change.
I don't really know why they're here. They have mentioned like suits. They have a lot of questions, but I don't understand.
Thanks, John. Welcome back. You're back on Rebrand, and here we're about to show you our big reveal of how we rebranded Williamston. What do you think?
It's great.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure ready?
I think so.
Roll the tape! Roll it!
On this episode, we're rebranding Williamston Theater. Step 1. Change their mission and vision statements. We love the inclusion of community, but we think it would sound better in these terms. Our mission is to produce professional, affordable theater to enrich our community through education, collaboration, and engagement in order to connect individuals of all backgrounds based on their passion for the art of theater. We believe that theater is the rawest form of human connection, crucial to the development of strong communities and even stronger difference makers. Donors and volunteers will now be able to recognize Williamston's initiative to use theater at a more personal level than simply for pleasure, therefore generating stronger presence in the community. Step 2. Let's talk numbers, and by numbers we mean 990. Forms. 990 forms. Their operating budget over the past couple years has been $492,000, including donations totaling roughly $210,000 in 2014. But while looking over their 990s, we found that Williamston has been spending a bit more than they're earning. So what are some ways we can increase the amount of donors and donations to Williamston? Check these. Setting up a rewards program for donors poses as incentive. There's that word again. Also, members would be able to participate in a special annual gala event supporting supporters. Step 3. Recognize more competitors as partners. We loved that John considered his competition collaborative partners. In addition to the corporate sponsors we mentioned, we would also reach out to more establishments that may benefit the facilities, such as O'Leary Paints. Step 4. Bring back educational programs to Williamston. Theater is so important for building important life lessons, thus benefiting the community. We want to see more public outreach like these. Improv and acting workshops for high school and college students. Children's day camps. Bring your own booze open mic night. Step 5. 2 words. Social media. The public perception of Williamston Theater is pretty good, but it could be great with the help of a stronger social media presence. We want Williamston to be the hip young mom of all the millennials.
OMG, LOL, illy, totes, #Williamston.
John and team have made a nice effort with their YouTube channel, but come on, who wants to waste time on tampon ads when they can see what's happening on the fly through Williamston's new Twitter account?
At Williamston Theater.
Step 6. Step 6. Better bookkeeping. To keep with the financial snafu mentioned earlier, we're going to ensure that someone's keeping track of ticket sales and demographic, as well as monitor social media to keep audiences informed. Step 7. We asked John about Williamston's appeal to head, heart, and hands. Here's how we'd take the initiative. Create theater that promotes stronger communities. Encourage others to form an opinion on the importance of the arts. And emphasize theater as the rawest form of human connection. Williamston isn't focused on size or spectacle, but on the impact our productions have on the audience. Step 7.1. 7.1. Instill training day for new employees/company members with informational videos and bonding activities. And as for the rituals, tape ball stays. And finally, step 8. Ditch the tagline. The logo may just make it. John stated that he thinks Williamston's tagline is Think Theater, Think Williamston. We've created a tagline for Williamston that will mirror their brand, bringing community closer through the heartwarming theater produced in their intimate space. So, the Rebrand team came up with this. We keep our friends close and our audience closer. And that's exactly why we've chosen to keep Williamston's simple logo. The box within a box symbolizes the thrust stage embellished with the paint stroke W, which illustrates their artistic influence. And in 8 short steps, the Rebrand team has done it again. Good luck, Williamston. We discovered your charm. Tune in next week when we rebrand Lincoln.
Great footage. Any questions? Thanks, Bruce. XOXO. XOXO. I got it, girls. Thanks for your time today, John.
You're welcome. I really kind of have to get back to work, so...
You're not wearing a watch.
I know, it's just a gesture. Could you please go?
That's funny.
Yeah. Seriously.
Oh.
It's time.
Take one.
Hey.